Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer Meyers. I am a homeschool mom of 5 kids. On this channel, we talk about all things homeschool. And today I wanted to talk about service activities that you guys can do during the holiday season. So this is just an assortment of ideas. The first one that is really easy to do for children is Potpourri Jars. And this one's a lot of fun, especially for little toddlers who are interested in sorting and that sort of thing. And what you do is you grab a bunch of different spices. I've seen recipes all over Pinterest. I'll link down below the Potpourri jar that we did this past couple weeks ago. We did it for Thanksgiving. We happen to live in a community where there are a lot of Asian and Indian markets. And so we were able to go easily and get a couple of spices. So if you're not quite sure where to get spices like that, the best place are those Asian markets. They're just a lot cheaper. I mean, I get cinnamon sticks from there, like a big fat bag for a really good price. Much cheaper than, your big brand stores like Costco or Sam's Club. So check those places out. And it was a lot of fun. We dried a bunch of oranges and we talked about drying and dehydration. So some little homeschool aspect to it. And then you literally just pop it in a jar and you think about who you want to gift them to. Someone who you want to thank, someone you want to brighten your spirits. This is really easy, something to drop off to neighbors that are around. And we decorated it really cute with some brown paper and wrapped it up, and we just said, we're grateful for you. So that's the first idea. Another thing to think about is just thinking about the people that have affected your children's lives. This works for holiday season and also works year round, okay? This is a really easy thing to do. And what we do is we give little heart attacks to their door where you cut out a bunch of hearts and you tell them how much you love them and appreciate what they have done, and not necessarily signing it. The point isn't necessarily to be like, we're here and we love you. It's also just, we love this service that you provide for children, and we have recognized it and we honor it. This is also, if you're gonna do it in holiday theme, you can also add little paper wreaths, and you go and you tape little hearts all over their door in appreciation to their effort and work. Decorating the door of a leader, of a teacher, of a coach, and then they coming out and seeing that and seeing an expression of love for their service and kindness towards others, it goes a long way in spreading good holiday cheer. This is also a time when nursing homes are starting to reach out to their local community and asking for Christmas cards. These are so easy, and you can buy them in bulk on Amazon. You can buy them in bulk at Costco. I mean, you can get them anywhere. We also frequently just print stuff off of our computer and make little cards that way, and just saying, Merry Christmas, we love you. And I think a lot of nursing home residents love seeing little children's handwriting, and this is excellent practice for your kids in penmanship. And it's also an excellent practice in reaching out to people who are older. As a society, it used to be that, old and young and somewhere in the middle all were together as a community. And now, as we have aged into a modern society, we send our young people off to school and they're gone all day, and our old people off into nursing homes so they can receive proper care. And then we have the working class, right? And we don't have that big mix. And so reaching out to them during the holidays and saying, these people matter and they had lives and they're beautiful and we should be wishing them a very Merry Christmas. That's an easy thing to do. And this is also an easy thing to organize homeschool co-ops into doing. This is also easy to involve your local church children's groups, children in their little Sunday school class, and just say, hey, we're putting together some cards. I'm happy to pick them up and drop them off for you. And when you are reaching out to nursing homes and saying, we just made a bunch of cards, would you like us to drop them off? This is also a chance to ask, hey, do you have any kind of musical group coming and singing for your residents? And typically they will have 1 or 2, and you can reach out to those groups yourself if you don't want to go by yourself and say, hey, I heard you're singing. Would it be all right if I brought my children to join you? And I've never had anybody say no. People are usually very thrilled and happy. For a family as large as mine, I happen to know several other large families, and it's very easy to be like, I just need 2 more and then we'll have about 15 kids and we can put on a nativity, or we can go and we can sing. And sometimes nursing residents don't have anybody to sing to them. And that's really sad. That's very sad. Based on COVID restrictions, I understand, but that is something that you can reach out and ask about and see if anybody is willing to do that. They might have alternatives as well. They may say, no, we're not allowing visitors at the time, but this is something that we would love our residents to have or do or whatever. It does not hurt to ask. Another fun and easy thing to do is going out to your local park and writing out messages of peace on earth to the sidewalks, Another easy and fun thing to do with your children is to get a bunch of sideways chalk. That's not a thing either. Another thing that we like to do is going to our local park and bringing sidewalk chalk, and we write messages of peace and goodwill, holiday cheer, Merry Christmas, and these messages reach out to a bunch of community members, and it does put a smile on people's faces when they come and visit a park. So this is an easy thing to do for your kids. They'll love it, and they'll spend the afternoon just really enjoying writing out Merry Christmas. And we've also had children come and approach and say, hey, can we draw as well? And we're like, yes, come and join us. And some kids don't always have to write just Merry Christmas, just that act of bringing chalk and drawing and including people in the community. That's what we're after. Now, I haven't done this, but this is something I'm really hoping that we'll have a chance to do. I would really like to get a bag of plastic pirate coins, party coins that you can get at a party store. And I would really like to bury them in sand pits, the sand pits that you can play in at a park. Imagine the joy of a child who is visiting the park and they dig up and they find a coin and they keep digging and they find more and more and more. I think that would be a blast. I think my kids are gonna have a lot of fun doing that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to do that in the next week or two. The point in service activities is that you are looking outside of yourself and meeting the needs of your community. People people that you don't necessarily know well, but assume that they might need some extra holiday cheer. And these are some things that you can teach your children, and showing them to look outside of our little home network. As homeschoolers, we can get so absorbed in what's happening within our own home that we sometimes forget what's happening on the other side of it. And what can we do to show appreciation and love for those around us? I also just want to mention, and I've mentioned this before, justserve.org, a website, but it's also an app that you can download and look up for local service opportunities frequently. And I'm not kidding, every time I sign on, there are things that I can do with my children. It's open to all ages. It's not just acts of service that you can do with adults or teens, which is typically what you would think of when you're trying to help your community. It is things that little children can do and participate in, and I really appreciate that they make that effort. So if you are looking for more ideas or things that you can do locally, I would absolutely recommend looking at this app. They're also international. They have places in Canada and France and a couple of other places. Those are the two that just popped in my head. If you're coming from this internationally, check it out. I bet you they might have something for you. If this is at all helpful, like and subscribe. Talk to me about things that you are planning to do this holiday season of service, acts of kindness. I would love to hear it. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.